we're just going to kick things right off then, guys. Where last we left off, you had made your way back to Sigil in an attempt to thwart Lelelia's plans of reinforcing her armies and having essentially an army distribution center here in Sigil. Both of her resurrected forces and creatures now loyal to her from the Far Realm. After re-entering Sigil, seeming it's kind of under a veil of intimidation by Lelalia, you decided to gather around what supplies you could from the shops that were open, mainly gunpowder, and make yourselves a really, really big bomb. The bomb itself is complete. It's just over 15 feet by 15 feet in size, and you're currently in a warehouse on like the outer edges of one of the Grand Bazaar districts. You have not been spotted by anything. There are some of Lelalia's anti-magic avatars drifting around the streets, seemingly on patrol, but not in a very high number. Seemingly just showing their faces to keep people scared rather than having much of an actual enforcement in this area. With that said and done, you have scryed on the mortuary to try and be able to teleport your bomb into the interior. The thought process being Lavender scries, you can then attune to the cube and teleport it inside. Unfortunately, on seeing into the interior ground floor of the mortuary, she's seen once again Brother Relayan. The individual she teleported, banished on your previous entry into the mortuary, and he was talking to the abbot to the honoured state, Catherine, now deceased, a little grung called Vaughn. It was decided at that point that before teleporting in, your grung friend Ribbip would be escorting Eve inside the Raven's slumber amulet, dashing off in the direction of the mortuary so she could talk to Vaughn and get him to get out of there before you blew it to Kingdom Come. That's where we left off. So as they are preparing to depart is where we'll probably pick up, just so if you guys want to change any decisions about that, now you have all of you present, you can do. But where last we left off, Eve is raring to go. Ribbip has his boots of speed on. That was the plan. Take it away, guys. What would you like to do?
I'm good with that, so long as everyone else is. I want to go talk to Vaughn first, even if I die.
We said ready to go.
Or would you really take me? Like, I know it's going to be dangerous, but I'd really appreciate it.
Of course, Wisa would. Wisa have no regard for own safety.
Maybe that's the problem. That's the thing. Like, he's a reasonable person, unless like she's like directly influencing him. I'm sure I could talk to him.
And what if it doesn't seem reasonable, Eve? What then?
I mean, I'm not a negotiator, but I am a friend. We have a lot of history together. All I could do is try, right? You know, I couldn't just let him die without talking to him first.
When was the last time that you had correspondence with him, though, Eve? Because if it was as many years ago as 4, and now he has risen the ranks in 4 years to Abbot Sanctorum, one step away from Honoured Saint, and if they found out that Catherine is actually deceased and isn't just missing, and he gets promoted to Honoured Saint, that's, these people are the most zealot of the zealot, and whatever Lelalia said to him in Chult when they travelled together must have been extremely compelling for him to go from a non-believer to an Abbot Sanctorum in 4 years.
Would I remember? Was I privy to? I'm sorry, I can't remember. Was I privy to any of those conversations that they had together, Vaughan and
Um,
Ophelia, at all? That could maybe indicate kind of like his state of mind and where he might have gone. Because like I spent like like a long time being Chilton Batman.
Yeah. I know
Um,
that Vaughn and Valelia had a chat, a long chat that Lewis and I did. But I don't know if this was after the Asarak fight and we were all chilling together, or
It was after the Sarak fight, you'd returned to Port Nyanzaru, and essentially, as a combination of new adventure, Lilele offering to help him with the whole fact that he's a very old grung, doesn't have a lot of time left, and a bunch of other things that he basically decided to go with her and see the world, help out. Like she seemed like a very reasonable person that could use a hand.
Well, I do have a question. Eve, do you happen to know what kind of character Vaughn is?
He's tough. He's smart. He's sometimes a little naive, but he's kind and he's reasonable and he's intelligent. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's done this because he thinks this is the best way, but he doesn't realize like the back history, like the motivations of the person he's dealing with. Like he sort of sees people on face value sometimes and doesn't necessarily feel a need to look deeper if he's not motivated to. You know what I mean? Like he's trusting, and sometimes that's
Okay.
his downfall.
Do you think that they are type that would be easily swayed or right?
I think if he believed he was doing the right thing, absolutely. He's a good egg. He's he wouldn't be my friend if he wasn't. I'm not we worked
You
together
mentioned
for a really long time, longer than 4 years. We have a long
Yeah.
history of being colleagues in research, friends, and obviously everything that happened in Chult. If there's anyone who could maybe try and make him see that this isn't the way, it's me. And he deserves that
is
chance. He deserves like the right to be heard in terms of like his side and the right to consider that side.
you mentioned that Vaughn was somewhat old.
He's not a young grung. He's had a long life as an archaeologist, a long time traveling the jungles, meeting new people. Maybe this was his way of thinking that as he is old, as he's aged, he wants to make a difference before he dies. He always wanted to make that impact and feel like his life meant something.
I don't really know what else we could offer. We could offer him sweet tattoos, but don't know.
I just hope that over this time he still trusts me. I mean, even it's still hard for me even to believe that Lilele is doing all this for selfish reasons and opportunity. But I
But
have to try. The way that's been laid out is not the way for. I mean, to be fair, I can. If you want, I could just like tell everyone like what Vaughan is like in detail. To be fair, because I know him really well, so I could just explain that to the group if that would help.
go for it.
Mhm.
Do your explanation.
And Eve will just relay that. Like she'll just explain like everything that happened in Chult. She'll explain her entire history of her friendship with Vaughan, like spanning from like most of her research career, like ever since she's been in Chult, basically. explaining what his character's like.
Yeah, in that case, basically, you guys, you know what happened in Schult with Vaughn. You know Vaughn basically the same way that you would remember Vaughn. The same amount of haziness from it being in the past / being described by somebody else. So, you know what you know.
Most people who do things under the guise of someone else don't realize that they are not doing it for the right reasons. If Vaughn was so good as you say, and yet he still followed Ledelia's teachings or doctrine, it's he probably truly believes he already is doing the right thing. It might be difficult to persuade him otherwise, but it is worth a try, at least, I think.
By his logic, though, he'd look at me, and he knows me probably better than almost anyone. And if I'm not following Lelelia's teachings, if I'm not willing to let her ascend, if I'm willing to try another way, surely he'd look at
Well,
that and open his mind. I'm just hoping so.
I don't know, but from the conversation, it seems like Vaughn is someone who either wants to do something with his life or want to be young again, or at least feel young. What I could think of is that Tefl might be able to help with that. Either giving tattoos so Vaughn might look like the most badass Gramps,
Make me feel young.
or
What do you mean?
a
Make him young with tattoos? Like just because he'll look cool?
Exactly.
that is one of the things I wanted to say, but the other one
Does he
is
care about that
because
much?
we have color tattoos, we could make him look young and feel young.
Because they're not black and white, but with color.
I don't know if that's primarily his only motivation, but I wasn't gonna leave with hey, do you want some Kool Aid?
I mean,
But it could maybe partially be that he knows his life is coming to an end fairly soon. He's old. He's older.
I mean,
Maybe
he
it
may
maybe
as
it
Hey.
could
well.
be.
Maybe
Let me get the
it's.
cool tattoo.
I mean, maybe what Tia is thinking is it's a gift that he might find appealing in some way, and then it's. I don't know, at least it opens the door for him to talk to us if we're being generous and flattering.
Mhm.
I think whatever you can do to persuade him, Eve, you can certainly try. Perhaps you're right, he will listen to you, a voice of reason from his past, but I think I just prepared to be prepared to also let him go.
If nothing else, he's an exemplary ally to have on side. I've met fewer fighters who are better with their fists than him. If we're being completely objective about it. But he's also a good person who deserves a chance.
Sure.
Do you think this could also be a kind of trap of some kind?
I mean, we know Lelia, right? If nothing else, she thinks in 3 dimensions, and she probably knows exactly what she's doing. She wanted to get
Right,
to
I
me,
think
and that I was her in with the group in terms of persuading us to her cause. And we almost fell for it, and that was because I was naive about it. So it doesn't surprise me, to be honest, if that's what she's done. But it's checkmate. I can't leave my friend.
Okay,
certainly
as long as we're aware.
I'm aware, and honestly, As I promised, I swore to you that if I couldn't do anything, if I couldn't stop what was happening, what he'd chosen to do, I wouldn't hesitate, and I'm not going to hesitate, I promise. No matter how hard it is, there's too much to lose. Even if it means losing Vaughn.
Speaking of losing people, do we know what this thing is actually going to do? How far it might spread to the surrounding areas? There were people in residential houses and shopping district out here.
We'd have to warn them. But it would have to be, you know, as we're doing it, we can't give them much time. If we gave them more time to prepare, then the word would get out. It's awful. I don't want people to die, but we have to collapse this mausoleum. There's no choice.
I
Lavender,
do, but
go on to you.
go on.
Lavender kind of like looks around nervously, looks extremely nervously at the bomb, and she kind of goes, "Well, people seem scared, and when they're scared, they tend to scatter, right? I used to have this technique that I used whenever I thought there was going to be some kind of big fight or a disturbance planned by any unsavory characters. I can try to use this, and she kind of like goes through a couple of different masks of many faces, turning into like a couple different ones of you.
If
I can kind of wander around the outskirts, scout out different people who seem friendly, try and plant some rumors that something big's going to happen at the mortuary, and basically try and create a sense of unease with the people. It might not get rid of everyone, but enough of them might want to stay away if they're being talked to by people that they at least recognize or know.
So,
Teo bestowed a gift upon me. If it's helpful, I can make things appear that aren't as they seem. And
In
if
what
need
way?
be, I can cast Silent Image basically if need be. So I could maybe make something like scary or terrifying or a fake fire. Or
No, no, I don't mean even that obvious. I don't want to attract any attention or get these avatars or the mortuary even caught on that we're doing anything. I mean, literally, wandering around saying, "Hey, did you hear? She's planning something at the mortuary. We should stay away." And then disappearing, turning into somebody else, doing it on another street. If I do that enough times, it could cause a ripple of at least quiet panic, or people seem to be terrified. Maybe they will spread it themselves.
What if
it's not a
the
bad
area-
idea.
What if the area around the mortuary is the
Why
same as
not?
here?
It's worth a go to keep them as safe as we can.
well, I did want to make a suggestion.
Sure.
One is we could make the explosive silent.
Okay. How?
You won't even know the spell silence. They won't even hear what happened. Or two,
Yeah.
we can, if there is some kind of spell that could contain the blast radius, could be useful. I don't know. I can't think of one right now. Or number three, if there's something that Vaughn really, really likes, you could lure them into a portal that would be far away, or just by brute force and shove them.
It's not a bad idea. I don't really want to. I don't know if luring him's the way though. It's. I feel like if we do that, he becomes our prisoner, and he doesn't trust. He definitely won't trust us then. Or is the
Well,
idea that we take him in and then sort of like try and convince him over time, or we haven't got much time.
I don't know, rope trick might do the thing. You set off the firework, you go into the extra dimensional space, you should be safe, and I don't know.
Again, we don't know who we're dealing with now. Here has been 4 years, and he could be uh, privy to any number of spells or defenses, especially if he's abbot. Uh, I think the only thing perhaps we can really appeal to is his nature, as Eve says, and hope for the best. But other than that, like we say, I don't think we really have much time. They deserve a chance, Eve. You're right, but we have to accept those who choose the wrong path.
I know. I know that. I just can't leave him. Thank you for giving me this chance. I know it's a massive risk. I know it puts us at risk. But if we succeed, he could help us.
Lavender will like put her hand on Eve's shoulder and like look at her and just be like,
You got this, okay? Whatever you're going to say, make it good. I know you will.
Thank you. I promise I'll try. I don't get. I'm not a negotiator. I'm not particularly great at talking to people, but he is my friend.
And you are a great friend. So I'm sure it will be fine.
You
think
evil
we have made
a little bit and like just take a hand and just nod.
I'm sorry, Thea.
we
You
have
said
made plenty of suggestions to, not kill this person who we don't know if they are good or bad. We are trying to save him. Her, I don't know. I think it's him.
You have to start somewhere. And on that, evil turn to Rebecca and go. If you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? Are you okay to do this?
We are born ready.
sorry, Tia, go on.
If none of you really want to do this, I don't mind doing it.
well, I think it's got to be Eve. I think she's right in that she's got to be the one who talks to him.
Oh, not about talking part.
What do you mean?
Setting off the explosive.
Yeah, actually, can we run over one more time how we're getting this thing in here? So you're going to teleport in and then it will follow with you? Is that right? Because the last I heard, Dayak didn't have a plan, and that concerned me.
That was Thomas not having a plan. Keep Eric out of it.
If we're sending it to the place we scryed on, we can just teleport it. It should be fine.
Okay, and then it ignites by itself, or
I can put the homunculus inside it. Have it. It's made of metal. The outside's made of metal. If it scratches, it should be able to create sparks.
okay, and you're all connected. So if Eve gets into trouble, or Rib, you can tell us, right?
I don't think that will cover the distance.
Oh,
Mortar is too far away.
okay. So, what is the plan if they do get into trouble?
I don't think there is one. If Vaughn may kill me, and in his mind, he'd be right to. I'm a traitor to the cause. If that happens, at least I'd have tried as a friend and everything. I'd be glad to lay down my life in the attempt.
Does Eve still have that watch that Tia made way back when we went into the Hells?
Remind me again?
Tia made watches for everyone when when we went into the hells way at the beginning.
We can
If you
sync
still have that.
I
Yes.
mean,
So-
there probably
Don't
was.
think there's any reason why you would.
I think we did, yeah, have a long rest, did we, Matt?
Yeah. So if
Yeah,
we,
as far as I'm aware.
so if we can like roughly estimate how long we think the travel there is going to take, and then add an extra, I don't know how much time before we just teleport and detonate the fucker in.
If you are
Yeah.
moving from where you are to the other side to the mortuary, it's a 3-hour walk.
Or flight. I don't remember if you guys were flying or running.
For Ribbip, it was I think it was an hour and a little bit. I think it definitely cut the time in half.
Are they not going to teleport back out though? Sorry if I'm just clarifying a plan here. Or can they not?
I'm not aware of an ability Ribbip has, but go on.
No, I don't think there was no plan for him to teleport. It was just literally just leave.
Okay.
Leave and fly
So
away.
the only other option is to really like agree a time by, and if you're not back, we have to press the button basically.
Basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Fun. All right. So, how long do you want?
It's not much time. What time of the day is it now, like in terms of when we've gotten here? Like how long have we got until the next day starts?
It's currently just past 11 a.m.
I wouldn't leave it any longer than maybe 2 hours. Personally. I don't know if anyone else has any thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think as soon as the rumors start to fly, we will only have a limited amount of time anyway before they notice something is up.
In 2 hours it is. If I can't convince him in an hour, then I accept that I'll have failed, and we have to prioritize the mission no matter what. This thing cannot stand anymore.
Okay. When shall we meet you?
Before you go, Thog is going to cast Death Ward on Eve.
Nice.
Thank you.
Ribbip just watching the priority of Eve's life over his, completely oblivious because he's just like, ooh, magic.
No, I was going to say I was just checking my spell slots. Actually, how many I have because don't forget I'm a multi-class. I need to check. He's also getting it too. Don't worry.
Matt,
Yes.
would heat metal be able to ignite gunpowder?
Yeah.
Because like red hot metal should be able to like ignite something that's flammable.
Correct. I'd say it wouldn't be as instantaneous as like producing a fire or etc. But this thing's made of metal and wood. It would definitely set it off.
Cool. That's also an option.
I mean, if you really want, we could use Alchemist Fire Flash.
It's more how do we trigger it?
That is
Precisely.
genius.
And
I love
that is
it.
the thing.
Just
Go on.
can you imagine though? Can you imagine just? Oh yes, here is a metal object like a tankard or something medium, like a handheld size, a tankard, for example, cheap. easy to get a hold of. Pop one in there, heat metal, put the lid on, just then teleport it in. Everyone looks around. Oh man, what's going on? What are these barrels doing here? More people gather. More targets. Boom. I mean, if we're going to commit a war crime, we might as well, make it enticing. Remember, it's never a war crime the first time it happens.
I've just
Is this
remembered as
dog?
well. Hang on.
Go on.
Oh, you go on.
So is that Fog talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fog doesn't know what war crimes are.
True.
Oh, she does.
Lavender
She's
just like
committed enough.
looks, just like glares at you.
Scary as it
and
is.
She's fine with it. It's just the thing. It's not a war crime the first time you do it, so she doesn't feel morally ambiguous about it. She's extremely simple.
that's fine. Lavender still glares at her. So if I fly on the broom, is that going to speed up my time to get there at all?
Yeah, it would be quicker than 3 hours, but not as quick as Ribbit.
Okay. It's shorter than 2 hours though?
Give me a sec. Making me do maths again. As if calculating the bomb's yield wasn't enough.
It's fine. Time's not real. Don't worry about it.
So I want to do that and that and calc and cool. So it take you. Oh no, I've typed about the wrong thing. That's why. Haha. It would take you about an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. So I wouldn't have very long. If we're going to have enough time to warn people, which I would really like to do, can we maybe make it 3?
Guys, a thought occurs to me on our timing. Again, I missed the end of the last session. I can't remember when I asked them up. So if I repeat myself, or anyone, do tell me. A thought occurs to Thog. It's taken us this long to figure out. We didn't really, how to put this. Well, you know how we're going to cause a bit of a disruption in Sigil, yeah?
As always.
Yeah. Without saying a name out loud, Thog just looks around a little nervously. Hang on a minute, maybe we goofed here. A certain feminine ruling figure, she wouldn't take too much offence to this, would she?
I don't know. Ask these guys. They're besties with her. She nods to Hunt and Ribbit.
I mean, she did
guys?
kind of nod her head and,
let us through. Yeah.
and let us through. But she paused, like she was considering, because I guess she knows what our plan is.
Oh, good. Just checking. I wanted to follow through. Don't get me wrong.
Just to remind you.
Checking.
Just to remind you, the bomb plan only emerged after you got to Sigil.
Oh,
yeah, I know. That's why I asked. That's exactly why she's asking.
Oh shit!
It
Yeah.
is, but the
That's
plan
what I was
to
just about to say.
But we had the plan to destroy the mortuary when we were going, so she knows we're trying to destroy it. So
you're trying to tell me this entire plot is secretly all done by her because she owns everything in the construction trade. The plot thickens.
I do have a quick question because I've realised that Josh isn't actually here. What is fucking Ribbit's insane movement speed per 6 seconds?
Yes.
Isn't it like 420 or something we worked out if he dashes and
Yeah.
speed and all that, right? So
It's only 420 with haste.
okay, so if I haste him for 10 minutes or for a minute, sorry, that could get him there a lot faster, right? For the first initial minute of him bombing it with even the amulet?
I think that was discussed, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, because like, just let me know when you want to go then, and I'll cast haste on him so he can.
Well, it's the downfall of haste at the end.
Yeah, he gets.
It's 1 round of like can't do anything. So for 6 seconds he'll stand still, and then he'll be able to run and dash and triple dash and all that shit normally. But for 6 seconds he'll just have to stop still, like stand still.
Bent double, just like quick breaths
Doesn't
in, and then he just sets off again.
he take a point of exhaustion though?
No, not with haste.
Just
nice.
Yeah, no, he just can't do anything for it. You can't do anything for a turn after haste wipes off of you because it's like also got combat parts attached to the spell as well. So you just can't do anything for 6 seconds. So it'd be until his next turn. So
what is the plan, guys? What are you doing?
Yeah, I
Give me a
just want to
decision, tell me
confirm.
who's doing what.
Providing we re-agree on a 3-hour timescale, Lavender will start and head out the door on the broom. And
Lavender is very much necessary, though, to be here after those 3 hours. Because she's the only one who knows where to send the bomb to.
Oh, okay, I got you. Sorry.
No, it's fine, but
I didn't realise we were this far away from the mortuary, to be fair.
Well, a few of you have seen that spot, haven't you? Was Lavender the only one who saw it when you were all there?
She's the only one who can teleport the thing in. Who was that? I think was the idea.
So she's the only one who's been in that room.
So the only people who have been in that room are Moreau has seen it, Hunter has seen it, Lavender has seen it.
Yeah, so
the rest of the time when you infiltrated, you went around that main room, I think. Avoided it.
Would it be any quicker if I was in the ethereal plane?
Never travel from Minecraft.
Quicker in what sense?
Like in a straight line, because I can just continuously recast that bonus action. If that is a thing, and just basically go through Sigil in a straight line rather than having to go through the streets.
It would shave a little bit of time off, yeah.
Okay.
Given that, I'd probably give you an extra 10 minutes at shaving off.
So what would that make it like each way, or just 10 minutes total?
10 minutes, like, to get there. So let's call it an hour and a half, 15 minutes, hour and a half away.
Perfect. Hour and a half there. Let's say, I don't know, half an hour to do a lap around the mortuary. I don't know what that would be, unless you want to decide that, Matt. And then I'll come back.
To do a lap around the mortuary? As in just fly around it?
No. So basically, right, my plan is, basically, to do a lap around the mortuary outskirts and every sort of, like, few
I know that. I know that.
Yeah.
I can't give you a time estimate for that because that's just your best guess.
Okay.
So I can only tell you the distance.
Okay.
So
I've
I've just re-looked at what Josh's calculations were. He can get there in about 50 minutes if he's not hasted. That's not including haste. So hour and a half for Lavender at best. 50 minutes for the frog.
Are we like are we just in the street here? Are we in a safe house? Sorry, where are we?
I'm assuming this is all happening inside the warehouse where the bomb was made. It's like a 10 by 20 foot room. It's very cramped in here with the bomb, but you are all in here.
Before I forget, I do believe that now thinking about it, we can't just teleport the bomb in because it is too big. Thinking about it now. I think
You
it's
said
15
you
feet.
had a reduced spell that was going to be cast on it. That was the
Okay.
plan. I believe it was Hunter that offered said reduced spell. So I hope you have it, because
Well,
otherwise,
yeah, he's got a potion.
Oh, just feed it to the bomb. I don't think that'll work.
I think it would. Just pour it on it.
I suppose.
Yeah. Season it with reduced.
Season the bomb.
Very
Oh Christ. Okay. Well, listen. Lavender looks real uneasy about innocent people surrounding the mortuary not being warned. Hmm. Was there really no other way we can get this thing inside? Or do I have to stay here?
Moreau can do it. Or Hunter.
Oh, we can?
Moreau's trying a different area. That's all I know. There's a reason that we set Lavender last time. Because it was Lavender and Moreau who did the scrying. There was a reason that Moreau scried a different place.
Yeah, but Moreau's physically been there.
no, it wasn't Moreau physically being there. It was an arcane eye he sent around the place.
All right, so he's seen it.
Similar to your spider.
Oh, okay.
Close enough for government work.
So you're saying that Moreau could teleport this thing in?
I think so.
Okay, well, please if I can give a chance to any of these people, I would like to. We've caused enough destruction and devastation, and I can't get the sight of the palace at the ball mansion burning from my eyes. If I can try at least save some people, might balance that out.
And she's gonna start getting out a broom and heading to the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Heading to the door or heading out?
Yeah, if nobody's gonna stop me, like I will start heading out. As she does before she goes, she's gonna change into like one of the many different people she's seen on the streets of Sigil, and south in the direction of the mortuary.
Cool. Awesome. In that case, what are the rest of you doing?
Are you ready, Slippy boy? Remember, we might not come back from this. I hope you're prepared for that.
Misa ready.
And again, I can't thank you enough.
Misa, no problem.
Misa barely know what's going on.
How do
Misa, what?
Misa barely know what's going on.
How do I hop in your Pokeball?
Mhm.
Like, what do
Well,
I do?
pick up
Do I just stand here?
Misa, just stand there. Clap your hands 3 times.
Like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. Okay, Eve will do exactly that. She'll stand there and clap 3 times.
Ribbit will giggle and then put her in the amulet.
Wow!
Okay, cool. Is Ribbit setting off as well?
Misa, pew!
Okay, cool. The two of you begin huffing it across Sigil. While they are gone, and I'm going to ask you this several times, so you don't have to tell me what you're doing for the whole span of time, but say for the first hour, everyone that's left behind, what are you doing?
Derek will work on barring any doors in a way that it's difficult to get in, but not like difficult to undo it so you can get out. So easy
Okay.
to open from the inside kind of thing.
Okay, cool. Any more for any more?
How long did you say it would take just to run their full pelt? Just like
50 minutes.
no, for a normal person.
Oh, 3 hours.
Okay, not really much point in going then. No, don't think Hunter really has anything he can do.
Thug can keep watch, but that's about it. She's not. She's there to support, not to. She can't actively engage such a large force, no matter how hard she would try.
Alright, give me a perception check.
Lila has a thing she'll do.
Who are you asking for the check for, Matt?
From Thog? Thog just said.
Yep.
They're keeping watch. Perception.
I'll give myself guidance because I can. So perception. Go. For a total of 18. Woohoo!
Cool. Good to know. Lila, what are you doing?
Lila will actually, while Thog is keeping lookout, Lila will draw her blade and put it point down onto the ground, and just kind of. Are we still in the? We're not in the forge bit anymore, right? We're out of Tia's mansion.
Yeah, you're in Sigil. You're in the warehouse in Sigil. Yeah.
So I didn't know if that was sorry. Because I wasn't here, you know what I mean. So, what I shall do is, I will attempt to reach out to the Tranquil Watcher because I figured that there is a potential, since we're allies there is a potentiality that they might be able to do something, but I'm not entirely sure. So what Lila would do is just kind of like get the sword out while Thog is keeping watch and everything. I'll just kind of lean against a wall, close my eyes, and then reach out with my mind. And I will go, Vaxus. I know that you said that I should not pray to you because you're not one to be prayed to, but I don't know how else to contact you. Since you mentioned that we are allies in this fight against the Lelia, we believe that we have found where she is going to attempt to perform the ritual of seeding on this side of the Divine Gate and finally ascend, that being Waterdeep. We believe it to be within insert time frames here. Is there any possibility? You've already done so much by allowing me to hold on to your weapon and proceeding to allow me to access it fully, but I was wondering that since we are allies, if you have returned to Mount Celestia yourself, is there any possibility, if you wish to get revenge upon her, that you and or any more allies that you have could potentially join the fight to stop her from ascending? Because I believe that we both understand that should she complete the ritual of seeding and ascend, then things could only possibly get worse tenfold.
You sit there in quiet contemplation as you pray, but you receive no reply.
Yes. Alright, okay, fairs.
Speeding back to Slippy Boy. Can Ribbit give me a perception check, please? At disadvantage.
Because he's moving.
Okay, I think he's already at disadvantage for that anyway, I think.
No, he's only at disadvantage for dex and strength-based stuff at the minute.
Perception.
Yep.
That'll be a 24, Matthew.
Cool. There's several instances where he can see up ahead or to the side of him as he's darting across main alleyways and thoroughfares. Several of those Lelalia patrols about. Are you walking back out onto the street? Sorry, like through the doorway.
I would like to when I'm in this building, assuming that with that perception check I've blended in, can I cast? Can I? Well, before I do it, can I sense where this patrol is now whilst I'm inside of here, or can I not see it?
If you are inside the building, probably not, because like
Okay.
you would have just dashed straight in here, and it's not caught up to you yet anyway.
In which case, then I'll cast my ghostly gaze and see if I can see 30 feet out. If it's to track its movement.
Okay. After a few seconds, it does come barreling down the street to the place that you once were, and you see it just pause for a second, tilt its head, and then as it waits,
God, I've rolled like absolute shit for so long. This feels good. Okay.
not only do you feel like you are blending in with the streets around you, you don't even come across one of these patrols. They seem to be always turning a corner or down the adjacent street as you walk off.
Yeah. Lavender is like in the zone. She is like completely. She's done this technique like many times before, switching through the streets, like dipping into dark alleyways and corners and things like that, changing her face into somebody else that she sees. Like this is her jam.
It's clearly working.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just continue towards the mortuary, avoiding those patrols, and switching faces as needed.
Okay. Are you getting back on your broom at any point, or just walking from this point?
Time. What would that mean? So if I've done the patrol, right? This is just
Yeah,
like another one to
You see,
keep going.
you seem to be out of the radius of like where you basically startled them all.
Okay. Yeah, okay. She will get back on the broom.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're trying to be stealthy but quick, give me another stealth check, please.
But if she just appears as a normal like not a normal person, but basically like people just within the city, it's not that her she's trying to bring attention to. She's just a person on a broom, and would that
You are
seem
just a
like-
person on a broom.
Yeah. If I'm not being stealthy and I'm just a person on a broom, then I will take that role.
Wait, what? Say that again.
So if I'm not being stealthy, I'm just like a regular shopper going around
Yeah.
doing some wares. Yeah.
Cool. So you just walk in?
Yeah. Mm.
Cool.
On the broom.
I'm really confused. What are you saying?
So
Right.
I'm not. So she's not necessarily because she's appearing as someone else. She doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
feel the need to be stealthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you see what I mean?
Okay, cool. Good to know. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's fine. To
Cool.
12.
Cool. You make it to the next large thoroughfare about 15-20 minutes later, and once you start like floating out into the street, you see another one of these creatures of Lalalia who, as you emerge, its head immediately darts to you and it begins charging at you. What do you do?
Cool. She is going to pop into the ethereal plane. And is there anywhere nearby that she can dip into?
So the streets all along here, all is essentially like a service sector. All sorts of like barbers, shops, not shops, cafes, restaurants, that kind of thing. And there's a few like 3 or 4 story housing buildings scattered. Transform, you see yourself shimmer and change. At the same time, you can see one of Lalalia's creatures outside of the window staring right at you.
I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself and run. Well, broom.
Where are you running?
Where am I?
You're currently inside one of the cafes, and this thing is outside staring at you, basically waiting for you.
Yeah. So if I can cast, are we rolling initiative, Matt? Like, what's going on?
It depends what you say.
Yeah, I want to cast Expeditious Retreat.
I'm gonna have to ask you to roll initiative then, please.
Cool. Sorry, guys. Second. There you go.
12. Okay. Put you on there. We're gonna put you on here.
Okay.
So, just so we can all see what's going on. You are like here.
Mhm.
Oh, this should not be full. Let's ignore that. Boop. Boop. The door is here. You are inside this shop. Oh, cafe, should I say? Where is my token for the little thing? The little thing staring right at you is here on the other side of the door. Let's roll its initiative. 17. And I will draw the rest of the street. So you said you were casting Expeditious Retreat. That is what's triggered initiative. So you can count yourself as having casted it. That's fine.
Cool.
So there you go. Shops all down this way and restaurants and stuff. And that's the street. That is a failure. Just to let you know, in fact, no, you wouldn't know. It's fine. Yeah, you are restrained by this thing, and once again, you see a head tilt, and it seems to be just waiting for something as it wraps its arms around you and like jabs these circular discs around its body up into you. It's quite painful to be held against this thing. The only other people in this cafe, the person behind the counter and one patron, both of whom are like in the very back of the room now, cowering, not getting involved.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
Do that. I don't take any damage.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
You can tell that it's clearly not trying to hurt you. It's trying to basically capture you.
Okay, bonus action ethereal plane then.
You use your bonus action. You try and shove yourself into the ethereal plane. There is absolutely no magical effect whatsoever.
Okay.
I'll give you
Does
a
it have-
reminder of the thing that is in front of you as well.
Okay.
It is... Where's the picture gone? This thing.
Okay. Let me just check something. Oh no. My character sheet isn't coming up now. Stupid question, but if I've already used a spell that is classed as a bonus action, can I use it as an action, or can it only be a bonus action?
So etherealness, if the ability lets you cast it as a bonus action, you're casting a leveled spell.
Yeah.
So you can only use your action to cast a cantrip.
A cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, 1 second. I would like to cast. Okay. This is okay. So she is going to, as she is grappled by this thing, flies and mites and creepy crawlies start to come up with her ears and her eyes and her mouth. And I'm going to try and cast Infestation, which is a con save. And it must succeed on the throw or takes 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction. I'm going to dissociate. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Cool. It's go. Its friends are going to begin turning up. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 12, 30. What is the movement speed of these things? 40. 35, 40? Yeah, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 12, 30, 35, 40. And again, 10, 15, 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, 12, 30, 35, 40. This thing is not going to do anything. It's just going to continue grappling you. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm going to try and escape grapple, but I don't have much hope. Liam, can you get my character sheet up because it's actually not loading on my tablet?
Aye, Captain.
Thank you.
What do you need me to do?
I guess a contested check or strength.
What do you want, Matt?
Yeah, if you're trying to break out of it, then it's an athletics check.
Yeah, let me just reload roll 20. Hold on.
Are you at advantage, disadvantage, minus what? What's going on with your checks?
Just a straight check, and I'll just take 2 off it.
Okay,
Yeah.
athletics. Is that what you need, Matt? Athletics.
Yes. You struggle against this thing, but it does not budge. It still has a tight grip on you, unfortunately. That's your action. Anything else you want to do?
I think I'll just sort of speak to it and just say, "What do you want? Get off of me!"
It doesn't reply back, but you can tell as like you're listening for a reply, you do just hear like a heavy, very light, very soft hum from it. There's almost just like heavy, angered breathing, though you don't see any like source for where it might be taking a breath.
And she kind of like concedes and relaxes into the grapple a little bit. as if she's cooperating.
Okay. Is that the end of your go?
Mhm.
The other things are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That one can't do anything. The other one is going to try and also grapple you. It's a 14 to hit again. As you are already grappled, it's just going to auto grapple you. The one at the top can't do anything, but you are now like basically being grabbed at either arm by these things. And though they don't have the movement speed to do it, you can tell that they are going to begin to try and like drag you out.
Like, Jesus, gosh, you don't have to be so rough with it. I'll come, I'll go with you.
It's your go. All I'll say is, if you are still in this situation at the end of your turn, this is where we leave Lavender, and we do not know what happens.
Yep. I mean, everything I have is magic, so I'm a little bit stuck. Mm, 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 mm. I'm guessing I'm more than a mile away from the other guys, right?
Oh,
Already.
ages, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the only other thing. I thought I could send the broom. Um, I'm not connected to Ribbit either, am I?
That's a good question.
I don't think so. It's got a mile radius.
No, she isn't
Stars.
because I played Lavender last time and she wasn't connected. It was like Teffel was telling her what was being said.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. As Lavender gets dragged out of this cafe into the streets of Sigil, the camera pans up and we do not know her fate or where she is being taken for now. And we will cut back to Ribbit approaching the mortuary right after our 5-minute break. See you in 5 minutes, guys. I'm so sorry, Frankie.
No, it's fine. I
Well-
was more concerned about taking up time. I'm so sorry, guys.
You remember when we said that, Lavender wasn't going to do things like this anymore?
Yeah, but it's in her nature. She would do it. I'm sorry.
After the
Yeah.
whole Linvala fight, we were like, yeah, don't just jump to the front anymore.
Listen, you'll all be glad to know. Next campaign, I'm playing a support character, so it's fine. I'll stay the fuck out of everything. But yeah.
You ride.
Sorry. Yeah. I'll be fine. I guess. I hope. And it was going so well. Okay. Cool. Right.
See you in 5 minutes,
See you in a
guys.
few.
Yes, it is coming over. Part. The concrete's not 100% right.
Do.
Okay. I'll find a nice secluded little bit to pop Eve back out so we can have a conversation.
Okay. Where you are on the map is like the edge of the buildings to the left-hand side of it, basically. But you can just take a few steps back into a dark alleyway
Yeah,
and
that'll
get
do.
Eve out.
Mm.
Oh,
Boop.
that was wild.
And then
Well, that's
sneak in.
if I do that, we'll have to disrupt pass without a trace. I've also got invisibility as well, so if need be, I can make us both invisible.
So long as you are maintaining concentration, it will not disrupt pass without a trace.
Cool. Okay, I will do that.
Ribbit also has invisibility, so I think he can cast that without any hindrance.
He can. Josh can hear you as well, so he can make a note of the like tracking use of abilities and stuff once he's back.
Okay. Yeah, I will go back into the ball and then pop Eve in the ball and then go invisible myself.
Okay. You are now invisible.
First of all, don't really kind of want to go through the front. So can I make a little loop around the back just to see if there's like any service doors or low windows or something like that?
You can. I can speed up your journey a bit by just moving if you wish.
Ah, perfect. This doesn't look promising. What's are there any low walls? Maybe like 20 to 30 feet high walls.
The whole thing seems to be one big like stone structure. As you all discovered last time, the only like window entrances are on the second floor. With a 30-foot jump, I do not believe you would just be able to jump up there.
That's fine.
As you can see from the outside, there is a slight raise to the base, like ground floor of this building from the floor below. So the windows are quite high up to reach that second floor. However, I can tell you where they are.
Yeah, it's more to throw the dagger, to be honest.
There are windows on this side here, and over here, from what you've seen.
Okay.
Do you want to do an entire loop of the building?
Might as well, just make sure.
Cool. There are more windows up here, I believe, on the second floor.
Okay.
And again, like around this bit over here.
Okay. We'll probably just head back to that initial window spot.
Okay.
Let me just read this thing. See if I can actually do what I want it to do.
You basically roll your psionic dice, and then you can choose to teleport up to that distance away.
Yeah, I just need to know if I have to be able to see where I'm going.
You do have to be able to see the point that you're throwing it to, but it can be a point in midair. It doesn't have to be a surface.
Oh yeah, yes, we did that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's magic. It's not like an actual dagger.
Sure.
Well, it's not magic, but you know.
I guess I'll try that then. What's a psionic dice? A D10. And I'll be aiming before I roll it. The lowest part that I would be able to like get on that's got a window on it, like 5 feet above that, or as low as possible above that I can see.
So that again, sorry.
So I'm going to find a window
Yeah.
that has a ledge or something that I can actually clamber onto, and then obviously because I can't see the ledge itself, the floor of it, I'm going to throw the dagger as low as possible to the floor, like
Okay.
so not extra high.
Okay. There is definitely a window ledge there, but it is narrow as hell. So you would have to be very nimble once you got there. But what you can tell,
Okay.
it is doable.
Well, that's good enough for Ribbit. So let's roll a D10. $50. Does that do it?
That easily does it to the window. Yes.
Amazing. What check am I making to stay on the windowsill?
Give me because you know you're going to be out having to do it. Give me a dex check, please.
Dex check, no problem. 17.
17. Okay. You're a bit wobbly on your feet, but it is easily good enough to stay on that window. You're all good.
Amazing. Does the window open?
It does.
Is it open?
It is.
Amazing. Yes. That's what we like to see or hear. Can Ribbit see anybody through the window in the room he's about to enter, or corridor, or whatever it is?
Give me a perception check.
Yes. Sorry, let me just double check if this is one of the things. Oh no, it's not. It's not a disadvantage. This one. Perception. Oh, that's persuasion, and that's my character. Perception. I was going to say it's physically impossible for him to roll that. That's more like it. 28.
He cannot see anyone. He seems to be looking into an open office area. The door is open ahead of him, but both in the office and ahead, cannot see anybody.
Yeah, that'll do. I'll step in that room, please, Matthew.
Okay, I'll put you on that map.
Oh no.
I mean, no, this has gone so well so far.
I remember that office. Oh no.
That was my favourite reaction of the night so far.
I remember that office.
Since we shared stories about this place, would I know what this would I recognise this office from tales told for funniness?
Having a look around, this definitely reminds you of Brother Ian's office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Amazing. Fuck. Okay. 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 I'll get into this corner here. If I can move my token, which I think I can. Yes, indeed. I'll just move into this corner.
As you do, you can
Oh
see
shit!
on the desk outside, with several bandages and looking a bit worse for wear, there is a clerk tending a desk.
Amazing. So he'll go to the other side of the room. He'll go here. That's a little bit better.
Can I have a stealth check, please?
Yeah. Yes.
Don't forget you +10.
Oh, that's so pissed.
And the advantage from invisibility. It's not the disadvantage from me being shit.
Yeah. So that's
Wow.
only a 45.
Fucking hell!
I'm just going to do a perception check to see if this person notices you. Weirdly enough, they don't.
I am the fucking wind. I'm not even wind because you can sense wind. I'm sensible.
Just the dust.
You are oxygen molecules.
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just a thought that's not
You
thought.
Ribbit is definitely unsensible. He's definitely not sensible.
That's also true. I want to ask Eve a question, but I don't want to risk getting her out. Okay, no, this is fine. Yeah, I'll pop Eve out here. Right in front of me, like north, and via telepathy. I think she is linked. Say, don't make a single sound.
I have checked. She is
They are
linked.
linked.
Okay,
She will,
amazing.
yeah. Just say back
Yeah.
to your mind.
Yeah.
No
So the
worries.
following conversation will exist only in the mind, Matthew.
Correct.
Good to know.
I remember having to specify this. Yes. So well, I don't know what voice Ribbit's now got, but it's now this. So
Astoria.
oh, you don't know really? It might be. So Misa think that well we're in. That's good. But Misa don't know what to do now. Whether to just me stealth all the way to try and find Vaughn and pop you out, or go together. I am quite stealthy, so I could just take you.
I'm just thinking maybe in the sense that if there's just one of us, there's probably less chance of us being caught.
This is true. Should you go back in the ball?
Yeah, I'll go back in. Just be careful out there, okay?
Misa, always careful.
And if something happens, please, I'm more than willing to help. Just let me out and I'll do what I need to do. Thank you again for doing this. I don't know what I would do without you.
Misa, no worries.
Back in the ball.
Okay.
Wait, did you clap 3 times again?
Not this time, because that would be not stealthful.
I think she mimed
Just his.
and did a twirl.
Right, yeah, so onwards, I guess. For God's sake. Josh, hurry up and get yourself back. But don't break any speed limits. Not that bad.
I thought Ribbit
sure that made sense
breaking
to
speed
someone.
limits.
I think he said, "Okay, I'll be careful."
That's not what he said.
I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of a little bit glad we've got Jack helming it other than Josh right now. Josh, you stay, buddy. You take the scenic route.
Get a Starbucks on your way home, mate.
Yeah,
It's fine.
man. Order me one. One off. It's all good, man.
So, Ribbit should have probably asked where this room was in relation to the whole place before leaving. But we'll just carry on wandering around. I'm guessing if I just go like 10 feet at a time, you can just tell me when things and shit happen.
As you turn the corner, you see an open room full of basically rails and stone slabs attached to them. Previously, this room was filled with corpses of Lelalia's soldiers, though now you do not see any. Instead, you see in the very center of the room, hanging in an open shaft between the top floor above you and the bottom floor below, in that space, hanging above a 30 to 40 feet drop, chained up by either arm and dangling below with his snake-like body protruding downwards, you see a very, very downtrodden-looking Raz Nasi. What are you doing, Ribbit?
Ribbit looks uncomfortable.
I will specify as well, Kate, because Eve can see out of the amulet, though she can't really interact or talk about it. Eve can also see Raz Nasi.
Amulet vibrates slightly. Would Ribbit remember that Razasi is responsible for a lot of the rising people from the dead stuff going on? Can I say that?
He definitely knows there's a complicated history between Razancy and Eve, so it's very awkward right now. I can tell you that for nothing.
Exactly, all that death curse stuff. And like from things we found out, we now know that he's partially responsible for Lelalia being able to do that alongside the Eye of Zoltek.
Jack, what's Ribbit doing?
I think Jack disconnected his modem and was just like,
No,
I'm not dealing with
no,
this.
No, I have been talking this entire time, and it's just been pure chance you've kind of responded to what I've been saying.
Oh, yeah, we've not
yeah.
heard you at all.
Yeah, I gathered. Ribbit would know what floor he's on now because he has been in this physical spot, probably on this exact square before.
Yep.
And he would know what floor the scrying was to, because
It's the floor below this, yeah.
Yeah. Is this a staircase down to my south?
That is the staircase going up.
This one? Up top?
That is going up.
Okay. We'll just poke our head through here then and see what happens. Boom. Nothing. Boom. No. He sees the
begin
corner.
to see. Yes, you can see that floating nearby to the north of you, there is a rather still-looking Lelalia's hand. It seems to be on guard here.
Okay, so Ribbit's just going to go up, down this way.
Cool.
And hope there's some sort of place down here. Is this just a dead end?
No, there is a very narrow corner there.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm just moving my map. And he'll slowly peek his head around this corner to see what's around it.
Currently more hallway.
Okay, cool. We'll keep going.
You see one of the stone archways that was one of the portals on this level.
Ah, I'm guessing it's deactivated.
It's not currently activated, no.
Okay, cool.
You see
He'll poke
more
his head
of
round this one.
Lelalia's.
Oh, yeah.
More of Lelalia's hand and more portals.
Shit.
The portal up to the northwest of you, just behind that Lelalia's hand, is currently active.
Interesting.
There is a shimmering blue light between the archway.
He'll just carry on going past. And hopefully there's going to be some sort of staircase on this side.
The archway that you just saw, again, is illuminated and active.
Okay, this is not boding well. A blank corridor. This is what we love to see. Just move my map again, sorry. There we go. Carry on moving. Boom.
So you come up to this area, you see a very different looking corridor on your right hand side. It seems far more warm and inviting than the rest of this structure, though still quite bare.
Yeah. Would Rivet remember how he got to this floor last time?
Yeah, it was up a staircase to the northeast of you.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, so I'll just go bloop. Bloop. Poke my head sneakily around this corner. Oh, I already see somebody.
You see Lelelia's hand once more.
Yeah, I'm guessing the staircase was up this corridor, wasn't it? Well, he's got to try it, because, yeah, well, yeah. Right, I'm just going to try and, as stealthily as possible, continue sneaking his way down this corridor.
I said the staircase you went up last time was to the northwest. This is northeast.
Oh, northwest. Sorry, I thought you said northeast. Okay. He'll then backtrack on himself, remembering where he went, and he will go northeast.
West.
Yeah, that's the one. Hey, he's going the right way.
Me said that.
As you turn the corner.
Oh, thank God! Yeah,
Oh.
go, Josh.
Great timing.
Oh,
so, Josh,
absolved of responsibility.
As you turn the corner, you can see two Chalice members stood guard outside of a basically a hole in the wall that is shaped like an archway. Beyond, there is tiled floor that is clearly different from the rest of the mortuary. It seems like there has been a new, smaller structure tacked on to the dome section of this build at the back here.
And sorry, am I heading towards the stairs here?
Well, you're going north.
You were heading in
north,
this direction.
Yeah, northwest, because the staircase is this way that goes down. The ones really far on the left-hand side that we just went to both go up. And this direction is where we came up last time. So Ribbit remembers.
I see.
You're invisible, and Eve's in the amulet.
I'll creep a bit closer. Did you say this is an archway?
Yeah, it's an archway that doesn't seem to be part of the original mortuary structure. And there's two Chalice members standing guard.
Uh,
I know it doesn't look like it, but there is enough room to get past them without walking through them, literally there.
Cool, okay. I was wondering whether I can jump over them, but yes, I would like to do that in that case.
Yeah, they're like there.
Very carefully. Boop.
As you turn the corner and look down, you see on a raised platform a giant swirling purple portal in the ground. Two beams of lightning connecting to pillars next to it, in like underneath in the base of the pillar it stands on. Stood in front of it, looking at it, like away from you, is Brother Relayan. Give me a perception check.
This is so not how I thought this was going to go. Oh my lord. Also, I love the movie Portal. You say perception?
Yeah.
Boop. 24.
Cool. You can hear him saying, "How much longer now?" And a reply after a pause from a corner of the room up to the northwest. "Not long now. Just be patient."
Did the second voice sound like a frog?
Give me a nature check.
I'm not awful at this. Nature. Oop.
Natural 20. There is a cadence and a rhythm to it that, while not speaking in a traditional Grung dialect, he's speaking in common. This is very clearly coming from a Grung.
Okay.
I'm
Now the
so
question
glad
is-
you are back.
Also,
So-
you can hear the TV in the background of your thingy as well, Josh.
Let me turn my gain down. Oh no, I turned it up, sorry. Can you all still hear me?
Yep.
Cool. Right. There was no one over here when I was over here, right?
No, over where? Ping it.
Here, back where I came, basically.
Not in the circular bit of the structure. There is Lelia's hands in like the side bit that you ventured into.
There's like
The more
one
rectangular
here,
area.
and then like one here.
That's this bit you can see into Rosie's bit in the middle. So okay, good. In that case, I'm going to have to come back over here and try quietly to have a conversation with you.
Okay.
So I'm going to tippy toe back over here. This feels like the most sensible place. What is this? Is this like a mine
That is
shaft?
it's a slab of stone that used to carry a body.
Oh, okay. That was grimmer than I expected.
These are the slabs
right.
that the Lelia's fallen soldiers were lying on before being resurrected.
I will pop Eve out here. And while myself attempting to keep a very keen eye out for anyone that might come around the corner, will just say to Eve, Misa here. Misa here, you's a friend, Misa think. But he's in that spooky room with Spooky Man. What you think?
Vaughn! Oh, God. Where is he? Is there a way we can get him on his own? Is he on the side somewhere? Could you distract him? Maybe try and draw him to the side?
These are Misa concern. Misa have not seen into the room yet. But obviously, brother, what's do you so remember, is Brother Elaine Magic Man? Is he so good at magic?
Would I remember that? I don't. I think unfortunately, because I was away.
Oh, he's a mind flayer, isn't he? Right.
He's a mind
okay.
flayer.
Yep, never mind. He's a
Would I
mind
know?
flayer.
Would I know that?
Yeah, you were there last time.
Then she will say yes in words to that
I
effect.
thought he was a scary monster. Okay. Misa concerned that Hisa will be able to see me. But
Ribbit,
Misa here now.
I had a thought.
Yes.
You could speak Grung, right?
Yes. He's a bit rusty.
Only Vaughn can also speak Grung. As an idea, could you maybe come up behind him and whisper to him that we want to talk? Would that be a stupid idea? I want to just find a way of kind of like getting him aside without Brother Lorraine just killing us.
So, Misa only way Misa thinking that this is possible. Because Misa concerned that if Wisa just say something from behind Hisa going to go, and then Brother Elaine going to go what? Misa thinking Misa could telepathically connect with Hisa.
You could do and drop my name and tell him that I want to talk to him.
Yes.
I could.
And
That's
again,
the only. Yeah.
Misa think this might be the best way, although it would mean that Misa no longer connected to everyone outside. Which, if we set trouble, Misa could.
Well, so they have a time scale, right? They know that we're going to be here for an hour at the most before they trigger the bomb. We have a plan from outside.
I'm glad you brought up the time limit, because, ooh, mama, that could have been close. So, yes, well, for now, Misa is thinking Misa will have to sneak in, hope Brother Alain no see Misa. If Brother Alain see Misa, Misa have to leave. Misa have to leave very fast.
I have a way of hiding us. Should
Okay.
we need to, in a place where we can be safe for at least a little bit of time.
See.
So that should buy us
Listen.
time until the bomb arrives, and after that we can figure it out.
Cross that bridge when Misa comes to it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, Misa thinking right now, Misa needs to put Yusa back in here. Misa sneak in there, hope brother no see Wisa. Then Misa go see if Misa can get brother Vaughn alone. If Misa can't, Misa attempt psychic connection. And if all hell breaks loose, Misa run really fast.
It's better than doing nothing.
Misa? Ribbit has a concerningly comfortable smile on his face. He is much chiller about this than he should be. Yusa ready?
I'm ready. Whatever you need to do. Again, if I
Okie
can
dokie.
help, just let me know. And again, it's probably best by telling him it's me that wants to talk to him.
Good plan. Good plan. Do you have a second name?
Sterwin.
Sterwin.
I go by Losvia de Edelsay, Slayer of Serpents.
We're going to pretend that Ribbit remembers how to say that because Josh definitely won't.
It's Dragonborn. It's a nickname I got from being short in Batman.
Ribbit will repeat these names when the time comes. Josh does not have the brain capacity.
If you weren't all already very stressed, I would make you remember that, but I'll let you off.
I was about to write it down, and then I was just like, nah, that's on it. I'm not doing it. Right. Okie dokie. Yusa back inside then. As you go in and you look through the window, Ribbit just gives you a big thumbs up. He will begin sneaking back. Now there's 20 more guards.
Can I have another stealth check, please?
Yeah. That's a 29, Matthew, unfortunately. Oh, plus 10, so that's a 39.
Cool, good to know. Carry on.
Okay. When I heard his voice, did I hear if it was from the left or right?
It was from the left.
So this side. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Hug. Nice. Again.
What you see as you begin to enter this room is a large open laboratory space. One of the electrical magical avatars of Lilalia floats near the back of the room. There's a large telescope, what seems to be a smaller and poorly recreated version of the observatory mechanism that you saw in Mechanus, sits in the far back center of the room. And as you begin to get closer and closer into this space, you can see more of these far realm creatures, though still and seemingly in stasis in large glass tubes that reach all the way to the ceiling.
Not terrified at all. I think the word is brave. That's how I'm feeling. As I very slowly and tentatively creep forwards. Oh, my lord, what is that?
On the left-hand side of the room, you see a creature that kind of looks like a shark mixed with a snake, swirling around inside a vat of green liquid. Clearly another farm realm creature, but very different from the other ones you have currently seen. Kind of connected to that, there is a brass and metal device that spews electricity, clearly powering the portal in the center of the room. Beyond that, working at a desk strewn with different vials and scribbles of writing, you see Vaughn. I will shove his picture back up just in case we have forgotten what Vaughn looks like.
Ooh.
You see he is covered in tufts of hair all over his legs and arms and is cloaked in a dark black cape that gives off a smoky effect every now and again when he moves. Beyond the
Cool.
dark appearance, he does look quite chipper and cheerful.
Well, that's concerning. I was really hoping he'd look more like a prisoner. These lightning things over here, is that like ground level? If I walk that way, am I at risk of getting zapped?
They hit ground level in like the center of the room, but the half closest to the device that's producing it is easy to walk under.
Okay, cool. Right, well, I am going to very slowly creep this way. And I'm going to pray to Obteo that that snake shark thing stays in the tank.
It's like Frankenstein the genie.
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
I know. Oh, I'm so sorry.
What floor are we on right now?
Second floor.
Okay, so I could jump out the window and survive. Cool.
Yeah,
Important to know these things.
you're only about 40 feet up.
I'm gonna very carefully creep under the lightning. Because he's a bit worried about that. Okay. This is one of these avatars, isn't it?
Correct. It is this one.
Now, do I remember if these ones also sucked away your magic, or is it only the other ones? Or did neither of them do that? But I feel like the dark ones like sucked up magic stuff.
You can feel however you like. I'm not answering any of those questions.
Okay. Is there lots of stuff on this desk, or could Ribbit feasibly, quietly, without nudging anything, climb on top?
There is lots of stuff on this desk. There's probably enough room for you to put your feet without nudging things. You'd have to take a gamble with it if that's what you wanted to do.
Oh my flipping lord. Okay, right, no, sod it. I'm going to stand here. Can I stand here, like right against the desk?
Yeah.
Oh god, my body hurts. Oh, every ounce of my body hurts. Just going to move this image to make sure there's not a door on the right. There's not. Okay, never mind. This window, just before I make any moves, does it look like I could burst through it? If I were to jump at this window, does it look like it would smash, or has it got like metal bars?
It does not have metal bars. It is made of wood and
Perfect.
glass.
Okay, I'm confident I can burst through this window if I need to. So,
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of completely wrong thing. The whole thing, it doesn't have metal bars, but the whole thing itself is a metal bar. So it's not so much like how do I describe it? It's not bars across it. It's more like a railing and a gap. So it's not a window per se. It's like
right.
I'm gonna have to get paint out.
Is there a hole I could jump through?
Yes, there is a hole you could jump through.
Okay, right. That'll do. Ribbit just needs an escape mechanism here. So in Grong, and I'm going to think carefully about what I'm going to say. The sentence is going to start with "Don't react." Eve wants to, yeah. So it's going to be don't react. Eve, given all her fancy names, wants to talk to you
Oh
as
god.
quietly as possible.
That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. He stops what he's doing for a second. And you can tell, like, he's taking the don't react very little literally because he's just stopped everything he's doing. And then you see a calm and, like, smug expression roll over his face. He puts down what he's doing, shuffles some paper around, and turns around and goes, "Oh no. I have left my thing in the other room. I will have to go and get it.
Totally subtle.
So sorry, brother. I'll be right back." And he begins to just, like, jollily saunter off.
I'll follow at a sort of 10 feet kind of pace.
"Don't you worry. I'll be right back." And he leaves the room.
Bloop-a-doop, 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 bloop-a-doop,
Oh god, I'm so nervous.
bloop-a-doop.
Oh my God.
Hey, I didn't think we'd get this far. I can't lie to you. So,
You've been smashing.
hence the window plan.
This is where he takes us to like a side room and kills us out of mercy. But you know.
Ah, I think I must have left it in here.
The
Now,
door
where is
mysteriously
it?
closes behind him. And I will spit Eve out without revealing myself. And I'm just going to
Hello.
drop myself into the corner.
Hello, old friend. It's good to see you.
It is you. Oh, I've heard that we started to hear voices when we got older. And he just runs and gives you a big hug.
She's gonna do the same. Obviously being careful to avoid his skin.
How have you been?
Ugh, a lot's happened, my friend. So much has happened, but I've missed you. Thank you for agreeing to talk. I was hoping you would.
Why would I not? We are great friends. Some may say best of friends. And he gives you a wink.
What are you doing here? What's happening? Can I help with anything?
Oh, yes, of course. We are bringing through the last of the survivors. Those who want a better life here in, well, the non-crazy land.
What do you mean, the lost survivors?
Well, I've heard the Far Realm is very, it's not very nice. So when the Lelia offered some reprieve from that awful place, many have taken her up on that offer, as many of the rest of us have, I guess.
From that sentence, would I, from the information I know, understand her motivations behind what she's doing?
I don't know, would you?
Could I try an intelligence check?
Nope.
Oh god.
You have to use your own intuition for that kind of thing.
Okay. I know that she's trying to get together a large army to basically take on things. She's been raising the dead for the same purpose. So I imagine this is probably linked to that. In the process of, we don't know much about like what's involved with the ascension side of things, do we?
You know it's involving the ritual of seeding, but beyond that, you
We
don't
don't know
know the mechanism there.
We don't know what's going into the ritual seeding, okay?
No.
Vaughn, before I go into everything and explain what I'm doing here, can you tell me honestly what you think is going on and why you've ended up here? How did you end up following Lilalia, aka Ophelia, after we left? You went away for a while and I didn't see you, and I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you were looking for a quiet retirement.
Well, that is a big question. I wouldn't say I follow Lilalia. Not like the rest of them with their belief and their devotion. You are aware we are all great friends, those of us who survived Chult. We did great things. I'm simply continuing to help a friend. What we are doing here at the moment, I like to think I have something to do with it. Talking her down from her more harsh policies. If you can bring people back from the dead, may as well, right? So, we're all working towards a common goal now. Not only saving those from the far realm, but saving the world. I will have helped twice.
Can I insight check Vaughn? Like, I know that Eve kind of like, she would trust him, but at the same time, it's more like to kind of gain. Does he understand what he's letting on, or does he just innocently think he's just doing the right thing by people?
Go ahead. Insight check.
14.
As far as you can tell, he's the same old Vaughn, same attitude, same. Not. I was going to say simplistic view on things, but not in a sense that he doesn't understand. In the sense of he just sees it how he sees it, and that's that. You know, not overcomplicating things. It doesn't seem to be any different to how you remember him in that sense. So he seems to be meaning what he says.
Eve is gonna like, take a very deep breath all of a sudden and turn to her friend and put her hands on his shoulders. I have to tell you something, my friend, and it isn't easy for me. But please believe it comes with complete sincerity. It comes with, everything I've learned, and it comes from the bottom of my heart.
Eve, you have
This-
my undivided attention.
This is a mistake. It's not like it seems. She's not doing it for good reasons. It runs a lot deeper than that, and I think there's a lot she hasn't told you about what her motivations are. And Eve will just explain everything to him, from the attack to what they found, to the ritual of seeding, to the lives that being taken, to the fact that reality itself is breaking down, and the fact that we're running out of time and we need all the help we can get. Because she trusts Dawn, and it's because it's her nature, and this is her friend who she feels in her heart is being honest and hasn't changed, and it's just being naive. She'll relay absolutely everything to him.
Okay. If you're doing that, I'm going to say it's going to take a bit of time, like 10, 15 minutes to get it all. Cool.
Which is fair enough. Like she's going to explain it as clearly as possible from her perspective of understanding everything she knows. and just wait for it to sink in.
You know, I thought she was pretty great. Because she gave me this cape.
He will just laugh at that, like just like all this emotional hype up, super stressed because he's just said that, just burst out laughing, trying to like suppress it down to be quiet, but she just can't. She just like starts snickering, like into a cake.
No, there is good reason. It helps me age slower. I thought that was a true symbol of friendship and kindness. And now she doesn't sound so kind.
You mean to tell me you became her abbot because she gave you a cape? I could have given you a cape. We literally fought a dragon that had butterfly wings. I could have made you the most fabulous cape if I'd known where you were.
You've been to Theoxano as well. Whew, you've got about... Yeah, so... I like the cape. But, Huh.
I'm not gonna...
Wow.
I want you to do what you feel is right, my friend. I had to come here to warn you. Something is going to happen, and it's going to happen very soon. I can't stop it.
It's okay. I'm here helping out a friend. You're a friend. Hell, she only made me an abbot because I'm trying to help. It's really easy to promote people with no ambition. 'Cause it's cool. But after all the things we've been through, it's safe to say I trust you more. And if you say that she's a bad egg, then she's a bad egg. You see him fiddle with a knot around his neck before he slumps off the cape onto the floor. Time to age gracefully, I guess.
He just
What do you need me to do?
Before he even does that, she just bursts into tears and hugs him, and just said, "I thought I was going to lose you. Oh, Vaughn, thank you."
Oh, what are friends for?
I know it's a lot to take in. Like, I'm also mourning a friend as well. It was hard for me to find out what she really was, and it took me a long time. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel like I was doing the right thing. I promise.
Hey, we're used to this kind of stuff. From Zandala to Lalalia. Hey.
Yeah. Will you come with us, please?
Of course.
We could really use your help. We need all the help we can get right now.
Hey, if I'm not with her, I guess I'm against her. Also, who whispered in my ear?
Oh, that would be Misa!
What?
Ribbit picks something up. Hello, sir! Now that Misa sure we are friends, hello, sir!
Did you not hear me saying that I'm quite old and a bit frailer than I used to be?
You said don't look a day over 12. That's 21 in Grung.
Well, thank you. I have been maintaining my fur patches quite well, I think. He strokes his goatee on his chin.
Misa can tell.
Go ahead.
Well, Misa just wondering, so what's the plan now? Did you mention the bomb?
No, I didn't. I said there was a thing that was going to happen very soon. But I didn't mention that because I didn't want to alarm him. Because
Fair. Fair decision.
He's an incredible fighter, but he, don't want to startle him too much.
Okay, so if Wisa friends, then Misa thinking Wisa should try to leave. obviously Misa can take one of you, sir, in Misa Pokeball, but Misa can only take one person in there.
Vaughn, do you want to get in the? Do you want to get in the? Do you want to get in? It's probably safer for you. To be honest, I can sneak. It's okay.
Hey, I'm supposed to be here. I don't need to hide.
Misa making a fair point.
What I mean is, Vaughn, here isn't going to be here for much longer. Like any time now. So
Oh,
probably leaving in speed is a good idea, and they're gonna recognize if you're not there fairly soon. I'd rather they didn't see you. They didn't, and you have like plausible deniability. Like you could say you were kidnapped or something if you get caught.
Eve, when have I ever let you sacrifice yourself for me?
Yeah, but you can't turn invisible.
Well, I don't need to. I'm a badass.
That is
He's like this guy.
that is so true.
He picks the cloak back up and shoves it over his shoulders. See? I'm practically almost in charge of this place. It will be fine.
So if you, sir, were to just attempt to walk out, would anyone question you, sir?
They better not, because I have authority and a mean glare.
Okay, that's a plan then.
I would insight that, but I know that he believes that fully, so there's no point. So, okie dokie. So Eve, you still want to go back in the amulet? Misa will follow Wisa new grung friend, and Wisa leave.
Vaughn, I've missed you. Thank you. And I'm glad to have you back.
My pleasure. Now, let's not be here before there is no more here.
Good
plan.
idea. Yeah, let's go.
Eve, return! And you go back in the necklace. Okie dokie, Misa will follow you, sir, close. If Wisa gets into trouble, Misa will help you, sir. Don't you, sir, worry.
Follow my lead. And he will slowly but surely begin leading you down and out of this building. For the sake of brevity, it only takes you a minute or two to get down the stairs, out the front door, and you begin walking away from the mortuary. Just as Vaughn said, while there are a few puzzled looks from a few of the guards on post, no one says anything and no one questions anything, nor do they seem to even discuss things with each other. They kind of look, acknowledge, some look confused, and they go back to their stationary positions. They all seem rather disciplined in this current moment, focused on what they should be doing. Where is it you're going once you leave?
So, do we know where everyone else is?
You do not.
Okay. Did we make any sort of plans as to locations?
You've got
No.
telepathy, right?
It's within a mile.
That's true.
Yeah, so
all I need to know is immediately after leaving the building is what I'm saying. Where do you go?
Well, I think immediately would just be for cover, so to like an alleyway, just out of the middle of the road kind of thing. And then once we're out, I will basically immediately start pinging off, trying to connect to anyone else from the group. Also, when we're in like a safe-ish place, I will pop Eve out, but I will maintain my invisibility until it wears off.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'll move you down to roughly the same alleyway that you had Eve out in before. And at that point, I am going to switch back all the way to t'other group. I have been keeping a close track of everything, RP moments, etc., how long things have taken. You're currently at 1 hour and 55 minutes since they left, since Ribbit left.
There's a cart with vegetables past us. Just knowing if I need to keep an eye out for Tia.
Okay.
Roll for vegetable carts, Matt.
Yeah.
Roll for cabbages!
Unfortunately, you are too far away from the centre of the market district to spot that. You've picked an abandoned warehouse in a dilapidated area for a reason. So there are no
Specifically said to you, wouldn't find
no
vegetables.
cabbage carts, unfortunately. However, in that space of time since they've left and now, what is it you guys are doing? If anything, let me know now.
Just before we send the bomb, I've got one thing I want to do, but that's going to be right at the end. It's just going to be to let Ribbit know with a message, just to let him know that we're about to detonate.
Okay.
Which will be via my sending book.
Okay.
Dake would like to create a small gap at the top of the bomb, put his homunculus on the inside, and then cover up the top with mending. So that when we teleport, I can tell my homunculus to hold action to like scratch. So that it'll scratch from a distance. Does that make sense?
Yep. Sounds good.
Imagine if you'd set it off trying to open it.
So what was the final plan we came to? Sorry to make everyone kind of go over things again.
Reduce it, send it. I think.
Send it!
Literally.
With a homunc.
How are we sending?
Teleport.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Who's teleporting and?
I mean, depending if you want to have the most glorious death you've ever had so far, you with it.
I mean, no, I genuinely, like I said, I just want to know, like I say, if there's essentially is there anything I can do to help, because I realise I've been somewhat useless in this so far.
I don't believe so. But Lavender would also get that message. I don't know what you want to do with that. Whether you want to do it now or later. Or when I do it. If that makes sense. But carry on.
Okay. Well, that depends. You said just before you send the bombs. It depends when you guys send the bomb.
Yeah.
Can I reply to that?
When it happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, it's not happened
Good.
yet.
Okay. that's really useful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's not happened yet.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
has it happened yet?
I'm still waiting for everyone else there to tell me what they're doing. If anything, if you're not doing anything, if you're just waiting around, if you don't plan on doing anything at all, just let me know. I need a response.
The only thing that Lila would be doing would, after about like 30 minutes of sitting around and doing nothing and just kind of getting bored, then she would just pull out her new funky blade, and with it being awakened now, she hasn't tried anything yet, so she will see how it fares, like sword practice movement, to see if there's any change in balance or anything like that, and then if there is or there isn't, if there is, then she'll try and customize to it. If not, then she'll just go through the motions, and get some practice in, I suppose, like limbering up and flexing and getting ready, thinking there might be a big old fight coming soon. That's at least get my body ready for it.
Ro would be
Okay.
pacing and just checking his pocket watch and just constantly, in a sense of something's going to happen, something's going to go down, but nervously, probably being quite
Okay.
quiet.
if all of this takes several hours, the homunculus placement into the bomb will only take a couple of minutes, so they will spend the rest of the time to make another healing potion, which we calculate should be possible in 2 hours.
Woohoo!
Sick.
Oh yeah, did Ribbit divvy
help.
out the potions?
No.
Okay, cool.
You said I
Hopefully
put them
don't
all
die
into
before
my
then.
bag.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay. In that case, we're about the 2-hour mark. Flipping back to Ribbip and the gang, the 2 frogs and the halfling. What are you guys doing?
I mean, we're making some money moves away from this place, and I guess broadly just trying to head back to where we last saw everyone.
Okay.
But especially away from the mortuary. Like, as long as we're away from the mortuary, I don't care that much.
Okay.
That's the important factor. But yeah,
I'm assuming
heading
because
towards-
you're all on foot, just being sneaky but moving at a normal pace.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, not
Cool, cool, cool.
outright sprint, but power walking.
Cool. Good to know. In that case, as nothing will be changing, people with the bomb, at what point, what time after departure, what everything, what are you doing with the bomb? All eyes on you.
While Lila's swinging a sword around and getting in her practice movements, every now and again she'll just kind of stop and look at Moreau, seeing as how he's walking around with a pocket watch and pacing. And then if he doesn't say anything or react, then she'll just kind of go into another practice movement for another minute or two and then stop and then look and wait for Moreau to be like, all right, it's been 2 hours, like, it's go time.
It's coming up for a few minutes now, right?
I believe so, yeah. If we're going
I'll,
to do this, it's
yeah,
going to be now.
I'll let them know it's about to go down.
Tea, anyone?
Yes, please do. Pinky fingering up while writing in my book.
Yeah, we could all
what
use
is
some
it you're
calming tea.
Bomb explosion within a minute. Get safe.
Okay. Ribbip, you have the chance to reply.
Is it a 25-word jobby?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 words are just eek. Screaming frog noises. Okay. Wisa out. Got Vaughn. Wisa a distance away, coming towards where you say guys were. That's like 16-inch.
Cool. And then the same again to Lavender, because I assume they're all together.
Okay. As you are writing out this message, Tefl, I mean, with a 14, it's not, it's not the most perfect tattoo in the world, but given your continuing practice, it's not half bad. There is a bit of like artistic license you've taken with it, where you couldn't quite get the angles exactly of Deic's homunculus, but it's very clearly that is what it's meant to be. It's pretty good.
I don't know where I'm doing this on your body, but enjoy it.
It would be on Deic's upper arm. Probably on the right one.
Awesome. And I'll add this sketch into my sketchbook afterwards.
Did you need a gem, by the way?
Oh, I didn't know that we were imbuing it.
I had no idea how your tattooing works. I'll be honest.
I read it as the metallic, like to look like your little metallic bird. But if you want it to have like gemstone dust. I think I have a little to make it like a color. I think Matt will make it take quite a while to do an actual magical tattoo, though.
Alright, don't worry about it then. I thought you needed one for the way you make your tattoos, but I didn't know they were like
Not for just a normal one,
No,
unless
then-
you want it to be like glowing, like
Nah.
lavenders or ribbons, or a color or something, but just like a normal, like
No.
grayscale one or like a normal colored one. I don't have to use gems for that. That's for magical effects.
Perfect. Normal is fine.
All right.
Okay.
Well, enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Hunter sends this message to Lavender. Yes, you can. Lavender, give me a perception check.
Great.
I'm in a room. I think it's a room.
You still minus 2
Love
off of that
that!
as well.
Yep, so that's a 2.
I'm not underwater. I'm definitely not underwater.
I think.
In sigil. I
I'm
think.
around. I'm somewhere.
Okay. You are still being dragged through Sigil streets, though your actual location, not a Scooby-Doo.
That's fine. Hunter, it's just here. 25 words, right? Okay. I captured anti-magic avatars. Don't detonate.
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
You don't
shit.
receive the message because you're being carried by the anti-magic avatar?
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah, you get
no.
no, you
Is
get
Matt
no
going to kill
reply
Lavender
from
for a
Lavender.
third time?
Okay, but he gets no reply.
You
Right?
get no reply. Correct.
Okay. Do with that information what you will.
Well,
No pressure.
well,
Remember, no metagaming.
well, Ribbit replied, but Lavender didn't. There's 1 second, and I'll send another message to Ribbit, just saying, are you all clear? Lavender didn't reply.
How far are we away from the place at this point? Like, is that where we are on the map? On the right there? Around that location?
I've asked you what are you doing. Because this is all happening at the 2-hour mark.
Oh.
You're like here. You're
Okay.
still right next to the mortuary.
Okay, cool.
A few streets back, but that's about it.
Okay, cool. Clear of mortuary. We said kind of close. You know where Lavender was. We could look for her. I think that's 21.
Wait, she's not with you?
Oh wait, did she come with us? Would I know that?
Yeah.
She did
I
not
was
go
not.
with you.
Oh.
I thought she did, didn't she?
No, she left on her own. Ribbit was going at the speed of sound. Lavender was flying in
Oh.
the room. They were constantly at different places. They both
I thought
left,
they were all
but they were
gonna go
never
there.
together.
Right, okay.
They both left.
Yeah, so all you know is then she flew off to somewhere.
Okay, so yeah, so I would still
Did
ask, did we know where she went?
She did explain the plan. Oh, yeah, she did explain the plan to before you left, I think. So you would have known
She
that
did.
would have been her intention.
So you should have seen her.
Did she give us any indication of where she was going?
To the around the outskirts of the mortuary. So her plan was to basically warn people subtly by using.
Fuck.
Yeah, and so she could literally be anyone.
Lavender, not Lavender, sorry, Lila, kind of after hearing the responses between you and you constantly writing in your book and going, what's happening? Are we sending it? We're sending it, right? How many minutes past the mark is it now, Moreau?
Yeah, I think we're looking at 3.
Well, we need to send it, right?
If I knew her plan, could I very slightly retcon my message and just have it something along the lines of, should Misa run around and look? Do Misa have time?
You tell us. You're the ones there. We're just waiting on. We're literally sending it whenever you give the go. If there's time, let us know.
I mean, Yusa tell Misa when Yusa send bomb. If Wisa, hang on. Yusa tell Misa when Wisa send bomb. If Lavender here, Misa should look for her, right? She go boom? Question mark.
Vaughn is going because Vaughn can hear your replies and just not the actual message. He's going to turn to you and just say, "You are aware I've already left, right?"
Oh yeah. So slight issue. Lavender, she's coming round here to warn people. However, Hunter can no longer communicate with Lavender, or she's not replying. So Misa a little bit worried about Big Boom in case she's close to Big Boom.
I have an idea.
Oh.
If she's around here, I might be able to find her a little bit quicker than we were running around the streets. If you'll let me.
Okay. If Misa can help, Misa will.
It won't be subtle, but I think I could get her out of there if need be, if she's in trouble.
Vaughn just cracks his knuckles and says, "Who cares about subtlety?"
Well, Wisa problem at this point is Wisa needs to locate. Wisa not even sure where Shisa is, or what's a wrong.
Just okay. Right, I have an idea. It's a crazy idea, but I'm gonna try. Eve is going to cast Conjure Animals to summon a giant eagle.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
she's going to cast Beast Sense to see through the eyes of the eagle.
Can Misa go on Eagle? He's strong enough?
I don't know. Good question.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll try and put my kimono down so I don't poison it. But yeah, Misa could go up too. Misa will be able to see, and Misa's still currently invisible. Not for much longer though.
Vaughn, I have to trust you because I'm going to be vulnerable while I'm controlling the eagle. Can you guard me?
With my life.
Okay. And then when she casts Beast Sense, she will fall silent. And what you see, Ribbip, is the eagle kind of like takes on like a gleam in its eye, weirdly similar to the way Eve looks around. And it will lower its back for you to climb on.
He excitedly scurries on and then puts his head like over the eagle so he's looking at you. Can you see me? Can you see me, sir? Just so you know, I'm doing this in real life. I don't know why, but I'm hanging myself upside down.
Yeah, like it's a bit weird because, like, in the sense that like it's doing what Eve would want it to do, but Eve can see through it. So it's a bit of a strange combination of things. Like she's not the eagle, but she's kind of like directing it, if that makes sense.
Fascinating. Well, onwards, Eve goal, eagle. There's a joke in there somewhere.
And the eagle will fly off and do what Eve would will it to do, and go off and circle the sky, looking as hard as it can for a disgruntled-looking witch being dragged by something, or,
Okay.
or like just basically like in trouble.
Yeah, she's not at all.
Okay.
So.
Just for reference, Sigil is a very big place.
Yes.
So Ribbit here on the map is where you're taking off with said eagle. Please tell me where you are searching
Just assume that.
and how long you're wanting to search for.
Yeah. If you need speeds or anything like that, I can look up the stats. Just assume that Eve would do what you wanted it to do.
I mean, I guess we basically want to. I guess if we do like a tour of the mortuary and sort of go outwards. Just kind of scanning in circles around the mortuary.
Yeah, could Eve? I guess like Eve's perception would count, wouldn't it, for the eagle because she's looking through its eyes.
Yes.
Roll for
Yeah. Yeah. How high are you going?
High as you want.
How high's the mortuary? At least that high, I would think.
Like
Unless it's huge.
joints.
It's like 70 or 80 feet tall, I'd guess. Oh no, probably its spire is probably like 100.
Okay, yeah, like maybe like 70 to 100 feet, somewhere in that kind of range.
Okay. And at what point? And what are you doing? Sorry, you're circling the mortuary first.
So yeah, I think we circle the mortuary and we kind of just keep doing bigger and bigger circles. Yeah.
As you begin to circle the mortuary, can I have a perception check from you both, please?
Go.
I will require individual ones just because I don't believe Eagle Eve can speak back to you to help each other.
Because we're telepathically linked still. Is she like conscious?
Yeah. You still talk that way, I guess. That's true. So if you do want one of you to do it at advantage, you can.
That's all right. I think we have to do it. I think it's more fun.
Cool.
Roll them bones.
Was 28.
Woo!
Oh my god, you actually beat Josh.
We got
That's
the
amazing.
biggest eyes, man.
Okay, cool. You begin circling the mortuary, and it only takes less than a minute before you see the figures on the ground guarding it begin to point and then scramble and then assemble. As you scan the nearby streets, the perimeter of the mortuary itself, you do not currently see any sign of Lavender. You do see a few of the patrols, some close to you, some further away, but no sign of Lavender. And it's at this point you begin to see a few bolts of fire shooting past you. Some of those Lelalia's might and some of the foot soldiers of Lelalia are beginning to assemble and chase after you.
Ribbit's flipping them
you
off,
like to
not
do?
realizing that they can't see him. I will. I guess we'll meet. I'll telepathically message Eve. They just spotted us. How? I mean, if we've scanned like a reasonable region.
Well, we know she's not near the blast zone, which is the important thing by the look of it.
Unless she's inside. That's me concerned. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're getting shot at, my recommendation will be we have to disengage and try and regroup. Basically.
It's highly unlikely they made it there, to be fair.
When I said don't metagame, I mean you're not there.
Either way, like I say, I think we need to get away because we're being shot at, and that's only bad. So I think we say hide, down some streets, try and lose Thesa, and then we say go back to where Vaughn is.
Well, Vaughn's with Eve at the moment because Eve's being she's completely out of it because
Well, that's what I mean. But I can still telepathically message you. So if you ask the eagle to fly around a bit to try and lose the people, because we obviously don't want to lead them back to us. So if we like try and lose them in some streets, and then we
I
just
mean, we
make
could we could
land
all
back
hop
to
on
us.
the eagle and fucking hightail it out of here.
I mean, if the eagle can carry us, I'm down for that idea.
Probably. I mean, you and Vaughn are really light, aren't you? And I'd
We
be
are only little.
Yeah, considering all three of you are very small, it could probably carry all three of you easily.
I mean, that feels like a plan in that case.
Do you feel like end of Return of the King kind of vibe right now?
I feel like the whole journey wanting the eagles to take me all the way there vibe. Eagles, carry Misa forever. Carry Misa all the way to Lilalia. Yeah, I think Wisa should pick everyone up, and then Wisa should try and get back to everyone else. And hopefully Hunter messages Misa in the meantime, because Misa can't talk to Hisa until Misa within a mile. So that's the plan. Wisa,
All right.
run away.
Let's get out of here before we get set on fire or murdered or exploded.
Misa don't want any of those things.
Okay. You begin to fly away from the mortuary. People back at bomb base. What are you doing?
Hunter, shrink it. You're the one shrinking it, right? We need to send this. We're already... How many minutes past are we now, Moreau?
We're good. We're at least 10. God, we need to do this. And Moreau looks, thinking about Lavender and thinking about the reading he gave her. He looks down to his pocket and the card that he switched, the real card that he switched with the card that he gave her for the future, and looks down at the Pale Horseman. For the greater good. We need to send it, regardless of where she is. I don't want to do this any more than you, but we need to do this now.
Hunter,
Yes.
shrink it.
I shrink it.
You pour the potion over the top of it, and the bomb does indeed begin to shrink. What are you guys doing? You have a shrunken bomb.
Lila's just staring at Moreau.
Dake will command Homunculus to hold action until after it's teleported to start scratching the inside of the metal box.
Okay. Moreau?
Yeah, Moreau's. Am I teleporting it? It's the.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Cool, that's fine. Moreau is going to cast teleport on the bomb. And he's going to aim it exactly where we've kind of seen and has been described in detail.
Okay. I'm just pulling up teleport now. It's not loading for me for some reason. There we go. Paul, can you give me a D100 roll? And we will see how on target this bomb is.
Okay. Okay, I want to take a picture of this. Right. Cool. 48.
Bomb
We got Flash of
teleports.
Genius, right? We got Flash of Geniuses, right?
That doesn't work with this.
Doesn't work with this.
Not an ability check, mate.
The bomb teleports in a flash. The homunculus then scratching.
Yeah.
Okay. Ribbit, Vaughn, and Eve. You have made it a couple more streets south of the mortuary. You're probably like a quarter of a mile away when you hear an almighty boom behind you. A shockwave, not that heavy, but light enough to feel, hits you in the back. And as you turn, you see the bottom layer of the mortuary just annihilating itself. The top part beginning to fall and crumble in and partially collapse. One corner of it still stands as like a almost half building. You can see the interior as the smoke begins to clear. But after the detonation and as this courtyard is engulfed in rubble, the only movement seems to be that of smoke and debris. You have, not completely, but for all intensive purposes, leveled that building.
Ribbit just screams like a woo!
I'll attempt to message Lavender again.
Lavender.
Yeah.
We
will find out what happened to you next week.
I want to be sick. I want to be sick. He's doing this because it gives you a week to make a new character sheet.
Fuck, I'm so sorry. Listen, right? Fuck me for trying to be a good person, right?
That's what you get.
What we've learned from
That's
this
what I
is
get.
we just commit genocide. Just
I've been
commit
converted.
genocide.
I've been converted. Fuck it. Yeah, they can die next time.
I mean, each time I try to do good stuff, I also get in trouble. So I'm not sure if there's a trend.
Every time I have a plan, right? I have a plan, and then everyone else is like, "There's no plan. It's fine. I have a plan. It doesn't fucking work." And it was going so well, but you know what? It's fine.
The problem is having a plan. What we've
True, yeah.
learned is don't prepare, just react.
No plan.
See,
Yeah, that's what-
exactly as I said at the beginning. I have nothing. And it works.
Precisely.
I'm alive.
Precisely what I'm learning from this campaign. No plan. Just fucking drop the bomb. Do it. Like, yeah. Oh boy.
That was a great gif of. That's basically what it looked like.
Yeah. That was so tense. That was
love that.
legitimately. Oh.
My heart was in my throat when that teleport happened. I was
Yeah.
fully like, is this bomb about to land on us?
I was like, when I saw the 48.
Yeah, as you said, you cast teleport. It's at that moment I remembered. Oh, this could actually just miss. It could go somewhere random.
Yeah, I was absolutely shitting myself. I was like, I should have reread the thing and then got them to bring something back or done something so it would.
Imagine if you just landed at Ribbit's feet.
But this is exactly what I thought was happening. When you said, I'm reading teleport now, I went, oh god, it's going to land on the eagle. Straight
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
If on target is 25 and above, off target is 14 to 24. Similar area, 6 to 13, 5 and below mishap. Mishap, you would have been fine. If it would have been similar area or off target, because you were so close, I would have made you roll to see how close to you it was.
Oh god, does that mean there's a chance that in all of our shenanigans, we could have dropped it in the one place we shouldn't? The Lady of Pain's privy.
Yes, you could have. Yeah.
Our one friend in the world.
One
Slippy boy
this
look.
world.
Not for long.
If anyone
If it
asks,
was-
Lilalia did it and ran away.
If it was a 1, that cabbage cart that T is after, it would have landed on that.
Oh no.
Wherever that happened to be.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where, because I was looking at the spell thing and I was like, what have you ruled it as? Whether I'm very familiar seeing casually, like, because we've been there, but I wasn't sure how you were going to rule it. I was like,
The only reason I was saying very familiar is because when you've been there, you've intentionally been there looking around and searching the area. Whereas it's not somewhere that you've walked through and then at a later date gone, "Ooh, remember that place? Let's teleport there." So that's the only reason I put it as very familiar, because you were aware of that specific interior space.
See, I think as well. Did I send the arcane eye through there at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank the Lord. Thank Teo and the Morning Laws.
Well, we live to see another week.
Thank all of them.
Praise Malalia, it's all good.
We don't know
And
whether
thank
you
Malalia.
Well, maybe, but like that's every week, So it's not new.
I'm really hoping that we show up next week and Lavender's a bad guy. I can't lie. Some Bar Sing Say moment. There is no war in Sigil.
What do you mean? Praise Alleluia.
War is peace. It's nice.
Can she have like
All is well.
All is well.
All will be well.
And then we had a magical moment of Hunter coming to rescue and kissing Lavender.
Oh no. Right, I had a line for the message reply. It was literally like, I hate to say this, but I need a hero. It is so cheesy. Yep.
That's gonna be the
Go on
sound
the
as
playlist.
Ribbit comes flying in on a giant eagle, baby.
It's just I Need a Hero plays as the mortuary implodes on itself in the background.
Yeah, good, straight on the playlist. Oh, fucking hell. So I've got to AI her like a Lilalia makeover now. I've got that in my brain. Oh, sweet. Well, guess we'll find out next week.
Just a crown of fairies, crown of butterflies going around your head like, everything is fine, friends.
Final confrontation. Just see her Lavender just turn up and say, they say, imitation is the finest form of flattery. Who is this basic bitch in front of me? Lilalia? Huh, I don't even know her.
That was awesome. Sorry I was so late.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Life happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Have a good night, guys.
I'm not sure if it's
Soon.
life happens
See ya.
or my own dumb choices.
That's me. Life happens, but it's my fault.
It also might mean, though, on the plus side, Razna C's probably dead. So Eve's completed her like mission.
Yo, Razna C is 100% dead.
We can introduce you to our Raznasi. He's definitely a nice guy and wasn't lying to me.
Wait, before you all go, would you like to know what the actual mass spit the bomb damage out as?
Yeah, always.
It decreased as area went away, but at the source of detonation, aka 10 feet underneath Razna C, it 100d6.
So we
minimum of 100 damage.
So what you're trying to tell me is it only did 100 damage, right? That's just bullshit, that.
At least we also got rid of Brother Relayan then.
Yeah.
We hope.
For reference, the roll you got was 344 force damage.
My God.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I died, but I lived.
I mean, you wouldn't have just died. There'd be nothing left.
Yeah,
like
that's a plus. That's a plus because that means things like Revivify won't work. Yeah.
Hey guys,
Oh no.
I've got a terrible thought.
Do you want to make another bomb?
No, that'd be a great thought. The terrible thought is like, what happens if? I don't want to say it out loud actually because Matt's still here.
Do it, coward.
All right, fuck it then. All right then. Let's go, Lewis. What happens if Lavender turns back up to us next week, but it's not Lavender?
That's even better. I hope that's the
We
case.
just blew up
How would you know?
her teleportation devices. What if not Lavender comes back to us next week?
Well, the first thing you
It's
do
exactly what I want.
Just detect magic. If she's covered in illusion magic, we'll know.
It could still be lavender if it's covered in illusion magic.
Yeah.
That's how we'll know it's her. Obviously.
Oh, right, okay. Good thinking,
That's
Fog. I
the
like
Don't worry
it.
about that right now. Let's enjoy the victory of blowing up the building and enjoy the
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
blowing
Don't worry
up
about me
Vaughn.
next time. It's fine. Don't worry about
Only
it.
potentially murdering Lavender.
Maybe.
At least we didn't kill Vaughn.
It's Schrodinger's Lavender right now.
Matt, is that Vaughn as a new character sheet, or can I let? Or can I?
Wait,
level
no,
him
because
appropriately?
mushroom is actually in your backpack, so it really is.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What did you say, Louis?
Tickle me.
I said, Matt, does that mean I can level up his character sheet appropriately on D&D Beyond? Have you got a fresh one?
I have a leveled Vaughn,
Okay.
but if you would like to do it, so you could show me what you would have picked, then go for it.
Sure. I am down with the sickness on that. There's would he have, just so I know, would he have taken any levels in cleric along the way?
No.
Okay.
But he basically admitted that he was there as Lilelia's friend, hence why he
Yeah.
had the position. He wasn't a devoted believer or anything. He was literally just like, believing what she said, but from a non-religious point of view.
Yep, that's Vaughn, all right. Don't worry then. I shall send it your way.
So this
Cool.
time, Matt's not only going to kill Lavender, but also kill Lavender and the cat in one fell swoop.
Double kill.
Honestly, like I deserve consequences for my actions, so it's fine.
Just trying to be a good person.
Yeah, like why? Sorry,
Kate.
Kate. Sorry, Kate.
I was going to say, you tried to do the right thing, and it's just one of those things that sucks. Because, like, you do none of us
Yeah.
did. It's just like, oh, fuck it. Like, if sigil crumbles into dust, it crumbles into dust.
Does anyone have locate object or locate person?
I got the ability to like sense things around me, kind of thing. Like I can track like a particular type of creature, but it's not really that useful. It doesn't localize, unfortunately.
This anti-magic avatar is really going to rail us.
It is.
Hey,
That was me.
Today's session, all of today's session was about you trying to be a good person. So don't you try and turn that on Frankie.
I was trying to like get my friend back and on the right side, make him see sense. It was, like I didn't really think about the people we'd be leveling, which is probably kind of bad.
I love that phrase. The people we'll be leveling.
We don't know those people's name. It's fine.
I actually think I have a weird way of checking if people are alive on my character sheet.
Oh yeah.
Look at them.
Galder's Speedy Courier requires me to name a living creature. So,
So you
if
know
I
all their names.
if I name a creature and it
doesn't work.
goes, it means they're living. But if it doesn't go, then okay.
That's genius, and I love it.
Plane of existence.
Imagine, like you're like interrogating someone, and all of a sudden this gilded chest just appears next to them.
I'm just going to open this.
Sorry, that's for me. One sec.
Well, the mob had broken one of my kneecaps, and I told them I didn't have any money. But then this gold chest appeared next to them. They thought, "What if we break the other kneecap?"
An outburst of frog.
Yeah.
Breaking all other kneecaps in sight.
Right. See you all next week, guys. Very nicely done.
Wow.
See you
next week.
Thank you for downgrading from rest to bomb.
Oh, wait. What? Sorry, one last thing. Did we decide on a date for the painting thing yet? Because the only one that we can mostly do neither Eve nor Matt can do. Oh, did Eve go? Oh, she left. For the painting thing.
Don't just pick a day. Don't bother about making sure I can turn up because May's really busy for me anyway.
Okay.
So I'll be there if I can be there.
Alright,
I will make
sweet.
sure everyone's minis are there. Don't worry.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'll get you like a thing to 3D print up. Yeah.
Oh, I already have a Dayak, by the way. It's just failed to print twice. So I already have Dayak's 3D model.
Difficult motherfucker.
Unless you have a different one you want. It's your Hero Forge one.
Yeah. I've not made anything else, so it's fine.
Sound. Right.
Sweet.
Au revoir.
See you later. Bye.
We